Pangaea Riddle, how ancient supermassive continent broke apart, shaping today's Earth. Roughly 250 million years ago, Pangaea, Earth's greatest supercontinent, was still stitched together, yet to be split apart by the tremendous geological forces that changed the world. Roughly 250 million years ago, Pangaea, Earth's greatest and latest supercontinent, was still stitched together and later split apart by tremendous geological forces. Scientists have scrutinized Pangaea's series for decades, looking into why the supermassive continent split, forming the world as we know it today. And the latest research has already proven that some geological hypotheses must be accurate. This is what was reported in the conversation. For instance, the so-called North Atlantic Working Group of researchers concluded that the key geological events were strongly influenced by earlier activity, a process called inheritance. Throughout history, continental landmasses have several times come together and then subsequently been torn apart. And this process of amalgamation and subsequent splitting is known as a supercontinent cycle. The previous events registered in history books and tectonic research left behind scars, the lines of weakness. At some point, when Pangaea was stressed anew, it tore open along these older structures the tectonic scars. While the conclusion was already made in the early days of plate tectonic suppositions, it's now become more and more tangible and well-grounded. A jigsaw area of especially intensive research and mystery is currently the North Atlantic, the triangle within Greenland, eastern Canada, and Western Europe, where the final stages of Pangaea's breakup are believed to have taken place. At the largest scale, the tear that formed the North Atlantic started to the west of Greenland, researchers said, and there it came up to ancient mountain belts that would not break apart that easily, whereas there was apparently markedly less resistance to the east of the island, which opened like a zipper, with the sprawling territories of North Atlantic Ocean then forming the region. Also, relics from these previous plate tectonic transformations were proved to have left remnants deep in the Earth's mantle that were further susceptible to melting, and later led to widespread molten rocks appearing there that accompanied the tear. And much of what today's generation knows about the colossal breakup was gathered in the search for oil and gas. Our most detailed knowledge comes from the coastal areas closest to the markets, where the commodities are processed from the seabeds and sold, and most of it has been arrived since the 1960s, thanks to post-war technology that has enabled the bottom of the ocean to be scanned. But much more about the enigmatic Pangaea has yet to be verified and learned as a result of efforts made miles beneath current ocean levels. This is by Lila Dergacheva on Sputnik News. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.